well, first, my lovely camera-ready shop attire, because I don't really care what I look like. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a little review on these Wake comp bars and stem. They're not really horrible, you know, like, they do the job. I've been beating the crap out of them for the past year or two, and they're not broken. Right now these ones are in 720. They're a bit too narrow for me now, so I'm gonna bump up to 740. And there's been a lot of reviews recently that they've been breaking in half, like right here around the stem. I haven't had that problem. I hope I don't have that problem today. Hopefully my new bars will come in. But these have been great for me. I've beaten the crap out of them. I've had them on here for about 2 years. They've been through rock gardens, 4-foot drops, little tiny 2-foot drop, you know, stuff that you would run into on the trail, but they have not been through the regular trail miles. They've been through rocks that probably shouldn't have went over. I've jumped them, and theoretically, the proper way to land off of a jump or drop, and just to ride in general, is you should have most of your weight over the back tire here, and not on the front. So if you're leaning way forward, your bars are going to get damaged, and you know. But the biggest reason I'm replacing these is because I'm riding bigger, more aggressive stuff where these might not work. They're too narrow for me. That's like, they're extremely narrow, and I don't want them to break. Now, don't exactly take my word for if you should buy these, because I got these a couple years ago, and the newer batches are the ones that are breaking and the older ones aren't. But yeah, let's move on to the stem now. The stem, there's not really a lot of complaints from people that have bought them, except for every once in a while they say that these screws stripped out and this front part came off. But if you actually torque them properly, that won't happen. And if they back out, just put some thread locker on it. It's not that big of a deal. When you get a new stem and bars, there's a good chance you're going to have to get your own new stem spacers. I opted for the carbon fiber ones, but then I went to Bike Shop and they somehow found space to put another one. No idea how. The fork was not loose at all, but whatever, I guess they're the professionals and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. Like, these have enough space for if you're small enough than I am not necessarily small anymore like I was when I first got this. These would work great for just like cruising around, or you want to have a mountain bike just in case you get into a sticky situation where you need it and not like a road bike. Get these bars because you're not really going to be doing a lot of off-roading, big drops and stuff. The stem's great. I would stick with the black ones because they're saying that the colored stems aren't the same color as the bars, but yet they're made by the same company. This is the 45mm offset with the 10mm rise, and then these are just the standard 720 gold bars. I got gold because it goes well with the black and gold setup here, but I did end up going with a black set of race face Chesters because they're supposed to be completely indestructible, and the last thing I want is the contact between me and the ground and the bike to break with my hand, you know. This would suck too, but I have seen nothing bad about these. And these are just the Action FMF XTR cranks, or some Chinese brand or something I saw, and they had good reviews. But yeah, This has enough space to offset your brake levers if you want them to not really overlap that much, to where you can go 1 or 2 fingers. I have it set up to where I can use 2 if I have to, especially on the rear, mainly because they can't go any farther over. And luckily with the wider bars that won't be as big as a problem, so I'll finally be able to get this shift lever out of my thumb. I do have a little notch here for it, but it still makes contact with my thumb. And yeah, the reason, I said a lot in this video, I don't know why, but the reason that I am doing this type of video instead of like a riding video or an RC video is, one, I've been doing a lot of RC videos recently, and that's because it's been extremely hot here. It's been like 100 degrees outside, so it's not necessarily safe to be riding your bike in these temperatures, especially when it's like it's a humid 100 degrees. Humid is way worse than dry in my opinion. Well, I can't breathe in dry air. I don't know why. Probably because I grew up in freaking Pennsylvania where it's humid year round. And the reason I haven't been doing riding videos is because there's a little problem with my rear wheel. As you can see, it's a little out of shape there. So, yeah, that's the situation I'm in right. Yeah, that I'm in right now. I got my brakes bled a couple. You mind? This stand, all right. Anyway, I got my brakes bled a couple weeks ago from the shop, and I'm not really all that impressed with them, because they're right back to spongy that they were before. Like, they're not contacting the grip yet, but that won't be very long, because they're doing the same thing. Whereas you pump them, they'll build up pressure. So the next time I have to bleed these or change pads or something, I'm either going to go to Shimano from the levers down or Magura, because most people know that Magura makes the best brakes. But as long as I can run a Shimano rotor, because my dad has Shimano 180s, so I'm going to switch to 180s so that if and or when we do a longer trail ride, there's supposed to be a trail that goes from New York to New Jersey that cuts through Pennsylvania. It's an entire trail. It's just one trail, and it will be cool to ride that with them. But if I have 160 rotors and he has 180 rotors, we would have to keep a set of both, and that's a pain in the butt. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.